Our next step is going to be to actually graph the data that we collected during the lab. So I'm going to go ahead and type this into my Excel spreadsheet, and the directions for this are included with the lab. I'm going to just type in student A, B, C, D. You're going to use the actual names of your students, and I'm just going to throw in some information here. My columns are going to be walk and run, because remember, for each data set you have both a walk and a run. Next, I'm going to throw in some data. So this is just going to be pretend data, and I don't know, let's see here. Okay, you're going to use your actual data for work in Power. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight my information in my spreadsheet like this. I'm going to click Insert, and then if you look up at the top, we've got all of these different graph icons. I want to click this one right here, and then up at the top, the 2D column, I want the clustered column graph, just like this. Click that. All right, my next step is to add titles to the axes. So I'm going to click this plus sign here to bring up the chart elements, and then I'm going to click on axis titles. Down at the bottom, I'm going to change the title to students. And here we have, in this case, I'm going to do work. And the units for work are joules. And the chart title here is going to be work versus students. So we can see how each student did as far as work goes. We have both a run and a walk for each student. Down at the bottom, I'm going to change the tab to reflect which graph this is. This is the work graph. And then the directions tell us to do the same thing for Power. So I'm going to go down here and change the name to Power. And then I'm going to enter some data. So I'm going to kind of do it the same way. I'm going to enter the names of my students. And I need a run. I think I did walk first. It doesn't really matter. And I'll throw in some data. So again, you're going to use your actual data for the graph. I'm just throwing in numbers for right now. Your graph will definitely look different than mine. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight everything. I'm going to go up to the Insert menu. Same process as before. I'm going to click the bar chart up here, this icon, and then I'm going to change my titles. So click on the plus, axis titles. I'm going to change this to students. The y-axis is going to be power in this case, and the units are watts. And my title in this is going to be power versus students. And that is how you create the graphs. Now you're going to go ahead and submit these using the directions provided by your teacher.